Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more This Is the Police 2. Let's go, and we got a new day. Oh, we got another cutscene.
Jamie, Corey, great. Come help me move some papers from Sheriff Wells's office. A lot of papers and some other stuff too. Come on, guys, let's get moving.
Sheriff Wells' office? I thought we, aren't we not allowed to enter his office?
You don't need to go inside. Just wait in the hall. I'll take it all out and you can help get it downstairs. I'll get some twine or something to tie up the stacks of folders.
Sheriff Reed here?
Yeah, we're waiting for her. She asked me and Jamie to come help with her.
Wow, okay, I may edit out that entire section because it was just so dull, talking about black mold. And nothing of any narrative importance happened, so I may just cut that out entirely.
Yeah, already done. She agreed. Very. No, that won't be necessary. No, let Marino bring me everything in writing, then I'll do it myself. Yes.
I guess he just got Lily to
Excellent.
sign on to the plan of hunting down these necktie gangsters. God, that was a boring cutscene. Right, I'm trying to remember to edit that out. Mr. Nash, I'm back and ready for action. Well done, Guzman. Chapman, I'm back and ready for action. One of those, I forget which one it was, but one of these guys, was he not out for like 4 or 5 days? I'm wondering if having the doc on payroll means that the ones who do get injured come back quicker? Guildenstern, we're going to have to send you for treatment again. Marshall. After last night's snowstorm, my roof started to leak. Got water coming down in 2 rooms like it's pouring out of a bucket. The TV got wrecked. I'd like to stay home and fix the roof. Yeah, okay. Medinata. It sounds like there's water running through my telephone wire. It's very strange. I better stay home and deal with this, right? Yeah, okay. Yarbrough. There's a conference today in Gerensburg called Germs... Oh, I remember him. He's a germaphobe. Well, germs, friends, or enemies. I paid $50 for the ticket. I really want to go there. Can you let me in? It's a doctor with a strange Russian... Yeah, you can go. I remember him. He lost respect because I let him go? What? That's why I let him go, so he wouldn't lose respect for me. I'm tempted to start the day again just because I don't... Yeah. Okay.
Jamie!
Alright, let's see what we're dealing with today. Guzman's back. Chapman's back. That's good. Masuka. I was just given a tape recorder that records stuff straight off the TV. I can't wait to try it out, especially since I have a whole ton of blank tapes. In the morning, I'm going to record some cooking shows, then a couple of episodes of Toothless... Yeah, I'm going to be home all day, but that's not a problem, is it? You got to come in. That's not a good enough reason. Stockman. Termites infested my bed, and I need to take it to the field and burn it. All those little bugs are going to eat my whole house. Yeah, okay. Maguire, I heard that a satellite is passing over Sharpwood today, but you need to climb up the mountain. My friends and I don't want to miss this chance. Do you know that if you look at a flying satellite for a whole minute without blinking, you'll be lucky all year round? And I could use a little luck with all this credit card debt. Yeah, okay, Maguire. All right, who we got on? We got loads of people on, haven't we? So it's not too much of a... Shouldn't be too much of a struggle, hopefully. 17 batons now, which is kind of cool. Let's assign everything out automatically. I want more cartridges, but I'm going to need... people actually start selling them. So this is the one... I didn't actually check this one, did I? This is the one with 3 potential suspects. And it seemed very up in the air as to who it was. So Penkin, you look into the fraudster. French, you look into the troublemaker. I don't think it's the waitress. You don't like to assume, do you? Will Chapman do this stuff for me? Even though he's not loyal? Maybe. Oh, no, we want to... Okay. Let's have a look at this one, then. I didn't actually look at the details of this one. This is related to the gang. Unknown persons attacked a cargo truck carrying cartons of cigarettes and destroyed the cargo. Okay, we've got 2 potentials. Man with a fire hose or man with a sledgehammer. Well, it should be easy to tell which one did what, right? Zoya Clichy, child. My parents and I were hiking in the forest when I saw pretty blue lights in the distance through the branches. I think they were the forest spirits calling me. Maybe they wanted to show where their famous treasure is hidden. So I ran towards the flashing lights, but my dad caught up with me and carried me back to the tent. Well, the adults didn't believe me, like always, but maybe Mr. Detective will be able to find the treasure. Okay, well, that's not that useful, is it? It appears the truck was pushed over by an equally massive vehicle. There are traces of red paint along the side of the truck. The boxes carrying the cigarettes were smashed up and wet. Oh, okay, so the fire hose thing, yeah, that could have happened either from a blow with a heavy blunt instrument or during a vehicular accident. Okay. I've been waiting for that shipment for a long time, and now I don't know what I'll do. Looks like my bar will be selling home-rolled cigarettes for now. They would have passed on by if they knew who owned the cargo. Okay, that's not useful. Ron Passerini, truck driver. I usually keep my eyes on the road, but I just got distracted. The radio started hissing, so I tried to fix it. You know how those goddamn things can get under your skin, right? Well, while I was twisting the knob, my truck just got slammed. I flew straight into the passenger seat and cracked my head. When I came to, for some reason I was all wet, but not like when a drunk guy pisses himself while he's sleeping. More like when his wife finds him under the doorstep and wakes him up with a bucket of water. So I woke up, the truck was laying on its side. I could barely climb out of the cab, and all my cargo was spilled in the snow and soaking wet. So, man with a fire hose, it does sound believable, and it's a red in colour. What was... Yeah, you see, this truck, it's not red. This tow truck, it's light colour. So I think this is the one we're looking for. We don't have enough frames. We've got push off the road. Pulls away from the scene. Readies a fire hose. Blasts it. We're still missing a frame, but I think that's probably the one we're looking for. So maybe we'll send Aronovich. Look for the man with the fire hose. There we go. Sean Moreno, Necktie's base assault. The current Necktie's headquarters is located out at the abandoned circus, of course. In fact, they weren't even trying to hide. The place is so secluded, hidden deep in the forest, and the locals steer clear of the place, haunted as it is by a tragic story. Let me put you in contact with Adriana Pusso. She's a former clown. She'll tell you what happened, and she can help sketch a map of the area. Who could know the circus better than someone who lived and worked there? Plus, Major Davis Trix, a former colleague of Colonel Henderson, will be helping to identify the vulnerable points in the headquarters defence. As far as we know, the Major and the Neckties have a personal score to settle. Okay, so we got... What, an assaulter's plan? Have we got... Oh, hang on. Juan Horton. Mr. Nash, I conducted a routine inspection of the plumbing and water pipes at your station. I didn't see any problems that my duct tape couldn't fix, but I noticed that your hot water pipes are like new. I get a feeling that nobody uses hot water at your station, and there's no need to even have those pipes here. If you want, I can pull them out and take them to the scrap... No. The cops need hot water. What do you think? No. Let's not get rid of their hot water. I'd be in hot water.
531 in progress.
Registry office. Assault with a deadly weapon. An elderly man wanted to register his marriage to his Siberian cat. When the office refused, he pulled a revolver from his pocket. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. It's quite a high requirement on this. So we'll send Hodges. And then I'm going to kind of backfill from the rookie. I'm going to need another like 700 odds. So... Guildenstern is in, though, so maybe if I take out, say, Titus, and we can send Guildenstern and Rosencrantz, and that's amazing. Do I need the sniper? Probably not, is my guess. Alright, what we got here? 10 years ago, me and the guys came to Sharpwood on tour. Our magician, Zoltan, was always telling us what a beautiful lake you have here. At first, everything was really nice, and the public couldn't get enough of us. But then a child disappeared in the city, one of the girls in a local boarding house, and the residents somehow got it into their heads that the Fellis brothers, our clowns, raped and killed the poor girl. All our people were taken out into the forest to dig their own graves, and the Fellis brothers were dragged out and hung from the mill, still in their makeup. I'm afraid I'll never forget that night. I'll be tormented by nightmares for the rest of my life. I was saved by a miracle, and every year I come to the circus to lay down some flowers and remember my friends. Yesterday I decided I'd do this one last time and then leave Sharpwood for good. But I couldn't get into the circus. Somebody built a fence around the tents and hid dangerous traps in the snow. There we go. So we're going to need trap spotters. And through the trees I saw some people in coats scurrying about. You can't see what's going on inside past the fence, but I can draw you a map. Okay. Develop an assault plan. Get all the information available. Outfit and assign your strike team. We've got 4 days. Okay. So if I... Okay, hang on. I click on that. Mr. Nash, I like to keep an eye on my wife. Ex-wife, to be precise. It's true, I hate the bitch. But she's still mine, you know? But when she jumps into bed with every guy she meets. Every week, it's a new dick. But that guy in the red tie, he was the last straw. I can't get the sight of his dirty smirk out of my mind. At first, I thought I'd just break into the house and waste the little shit. But I decided to keep my cool. I followed him to the forest and went down towards the old circus. Nobody's been out there for 10 years. That's what I thought anyhow. Turns out the circus is plenty busy, but I couldn't go in there alone. There were people with guns walking around everywhere. We should check down there again and study the situation more closely. I need an intelligent cops to watch my back. And what I really need is an Armagnac. I can't even think right now without a stiff drink. So, hang on, let me come out of this. Do I have Armagnac at the moment? It's quite expensive stuff. Don't have any at the moment. Yeah, let's go, tell you what, let's try Laurie first. She's generally a bit cheaper than other places. I'm going to just buy cheaper stuff that I don't think I currently have in storage. I mean, some stuff I may have in storage, but let's, you know. I know I've got a lot of razors, to be fair. Okay. Anna, what you got for me? And let's just buy some stuff I'm not sure. Okay, the leather boots. So these are dead cheap now. These were really expensive before. I already have 5 pairs, but I'll buy some more. Just bought coffee. Yeah, this stuff was all really expensive before. Okay, Rafa, has your stuff come down in price? Possibly. Yeah, this stuff was selling for 16k before. There's an Armagnac. Well, it's good for me, because it means the Armagnac's probably a bit cheaper than it was. Oh yeah, this stuff's much cheaper now. I'm going to buy all the taser cartridges. Only $100 each. I'm probably actually going to buy her out of all this stuff. Hang on, I'm just going to buy all the stun grenades, pepper sprays, tasers, and batons. So just, I'll pause while I'm doing that. There we go. Maybe they restock weekly, and things get more expensive the scarcer they get. I don't know. Let's pick up some more of these products that are quite cheap at the moment. Colas went up in price a lot, didn't they? Okay, I forget what I was doing here now. I was looking... Shit, what was I looking for? These all feel like they're about the same price as the other thing. Okay. Oh, he asked me if... Oh, Armagnac. I bought it. Yeah. Okay, so he wants a clever cop to come and deliver him the Armagnac. God, I've got to go all the way out to Belmont. Okay, Belmont, take it round to him. Lizzie has been my faithful companion for 3 years now. For the first time in my life, I'm ready to formally announce our relationship. And you refuse on account of some ridiculous formality. The old man pounds on the table with his revolver. The Siberian cat is sitting on his neck. Yeah, we're going to order him to drop the weapon, I think. I guess we'll go with Rosencrantz. Yes, he's a bit lower down.
531 complete.
He obeyed and surrendered. The cat had to be given to an animal shelter. Probably for the best. Some tuna. Okay, Percy, let's make you really sneaky. Rosencrantz, topping up your last open slot. Yeah, I don't think I've got any alcoholism or anything to kind of sort out this shift, so that's good.
In progress.
Some newlyweds are complaining that someone is selling drugs at the entrance to the registry office. A guy and a girl approached us and offered to sell us some powder to help get our courage up. After all, we're taking an oath that'll last us for life. But why use powder when there's love? Yeah, okay. It's quite a high requirement. So we'll send Kuzman, Masuka, Marshall, Fletcher, and maybe I'll throw in Titus as well. There we go. That dang registry office.
5:30 in progress.
A guy and a girl, both wearing backpacks, are huddled around the corner of the registry office, peeking out for potential customers. I think stealth can be quite good. Do I have anyone here who's particularly good at it? Not really. Marshall a bit. But I have quite high negotiation on a few people. So, tell you what. Charlie, order them to surrender.
563 complete.
They obeyed and surrendered. Turned out they're trying to save up for their own wedding by selling drugs to newlyweds. Right. Some cocaine. Assault. A man went to pick up a roadside prostitute, but became furious when he saw that his daughter was there too. He's pulled off his belt and is determined to teach his fallen daughter a lesson she won't soon forget. Okay. So I think I want to send someone who gives me options in terms of their stats. So I think it's probably got to be Rosencrantz. But I kind of want to send the weenies as well. For experience.
5:15 in progress.
A drunken man stole an excavator to clear a path in the snow to his friend's house. So again, if we send Yarbrot, Galahad, Lezechka, Horsemoon, seeing as he's not doing much else today. Beamers? That gets us there, doesn't it? I want to experiment with something. I'm wondering, what if I send... I'm wondering about sending the disloyal cops for like a nice relaxing day. So I think this one's shorter. Let's try the rest by the ice hole. And I'm going to send Brady at... Why can't I say... Oh, he's investigating today, isn't he? Listen, Brady. I'm not tired at all. Why should I rest there? Yeah, okay. It has to be when they're tired. Fair enough.
5:19 in
St.
progress.
Hodges. A man carrying a belt is chasing a scantily clad girl around a dark sedan. How are we doing for stats? We've actually got high negotiation. I might get Percy to use a baton, though.
5:30 complete.
Stunned the man with the belt. He fell to the ground and was easy prey for the police. Good work. Alright, so what here we go. The excavator is weaving along the road, ploughing snow left and right. The cab door is open and a drunk man is driving and singing loudly. Stat-wise, we're not blessed with a lot of stuff. Lezechka. Siren? The offender was untroubled. He just started singing even louder. I don't think we need a stun grenade. Don't have a lot of speed, but maybe Horsemoon?
5:15 complete.
Yeah, okay, but it was enough. He only had one pip, but that was all that was needed. To catch a drunk man in an excavator. Galahad. Let's get a negotiation up, maybe. Lezechka. Yeah, strength up a little bit. Horsemoon. Yeah, stealth. Okay, so I was thinking, why don't we send... So we send Hodges, because he's a bit tired. Is there anyone else who is a bit tired? Now that I've paid for this thing. What about Guildenstern? Oh, we got a noise complaint. Hang on. For the past half hour, Mrs. Stickson has been hearing the sound of heavy blows through the window of her neighbour's house. She fears that someone is being beaten. That, to me, has all the hallmarks of a false alarm. So we're going to leave that.
5:34 in progress.
A woman reports that her son's friend is afraid to go home because he gets badly beaten there. Okay. Let's send Titus Brady. Spurlock won't go. Rockman. Medinata. Okay, you guys go.
5:54 in progress.
It was a false alarm. Her neighbour had hung up a punching bag and was training on it. Oh, we got that. A man has stolen the TV from Mr. Schick's house and is dragging it away on a sled. Okay. So let's send Spurlock, Marshall, Fletcher, Masuka. We actually get rid of Spurlock, so... Nash, I was in the woods with the soldier, and when we saw the circus tent, well, I got to admit it, I panicked. I remember the clowns from my childhood, and without a couple of sips of Armagnac for courage, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. But now I'm feeling better. A bit tipsy. We didn't have enough guys in the whole police station to take out these cocksuckers. They must have 20 people sitting in the main tent, and there's just as many spread out across the surrounding area. When a deer accidentally ran into the circus and broke through the fence, the whole crowd immediately jumped up, and under orders of some fucker in a blue coat, they filled the creature full of lead. We'll need to proceed quietly and carefully. The camp is lit up like a Christmas tree, but the generator that feeds the area is throwing up sparks. If you short it out in just the right way, it'll catch that hefty tent fabric on fire, and everyone sitting inside will burn. There's also barrels of fuel around the perimeter. If we cut holes in them, they would spread fire throughout the camp. I just hope we can get back out of there fast enough. Oh, that's good scouting. That's good scouting. All right, let's have a look at the intel. I think all we'll do is set up a wiretap. Okay, we do that last thing, don't we? Yeah. Rather than pay, we'll see what we can get for free first, I think. The boy wasn't getting beaten. The two friends just wanted to watch a movie on their recently purchased video player and it made up the story. Why, yada. I might send Belmont for treatment. He's become an alcoholic.
542 in progress.
A prostitute is hanging around by the water tower offering extreme services. Send the sniper. I'm just wondering if we can shoot the water tower, if that will achieve anything. Okay, well, let's send the weenies. And Rosencrantz? Yeah. Okay. I'll deal with Belmont another time. Let's just let him rest. What do we got here? The fire hose one. I think it's this. Robert Gupta, a fireman and member of the Spinach Berserks gang. He attacked the cigarette truck under instructions from the gang. Yeah, that sounds plausible to me. Let's... Ooh. A man in a ski mask is struggling to drag a TV along on a sled. There's also a tire iron on the sled. Got lots of negotiation here. Who would I rather does it? Maybe Fletcher?
554 complete.
Yep. Let's get you up on intel, Charlie. How about that? Right, what do we got here? He usually dines at the cafe. Okay. There's a high requirement this time. She probably won't go out with Brady. I'll take her out altogether, I think. But he could be at the courthouse. Not Belmont's. Oh, no, Spurlock. She won't go with anyone down here. Can't quite get there. Oh, I've run out. She won't go with these guys. Oh, Horseman won't bloody come either. I don't think I've got enough then. Those guys won't come. Brady, Demers, Chapman, French. Thinking, yeah, I'm short. Okay, well, let's wait till we get some people back. Let's have a look at this one in the meantime. So I didn't really know who was going to be the main suspect here. She has a key. It's possible the guy lost his key. Don't think it's that. Alright, how about she comes in through the window, gets him out of the freezer, pours one out for him, gets a gurney, loads him in. Yeah, maybe she doesn't have the whiskey. Late Alan Cross's mistress. She got drunk, climbed in through the morgue's unlocked window and stole the corpse so she could bury her beloved by herself. Yeah, is it possible? This is a lower requirement, so I think we could probably hit this. Oh, how on you? I was back here to spend the night. It is midnight. Sounds like she might be more like here, though. So let's send these guys. Oh. You won't go out with Chapman. Balls! Okay, we'll have to wait for people to come back. I think these are about to disappear, though. We can do them tomorrow. A prostitute, along with an obese client, is scrambling up the stairs of the water tower. I think we just shoot at them, I think. Not at them, but, you know, to discourage them. Valentin, shoot in the air.
542 complete.
He falls down and breaks his neck. Well. There we go. Do we catch the guys? Ah, we caught Robert Gupta, so that's good. Guzman. Let's pick up your speed a little bit. Where's Titus? Negotiations useful. Gupta. Let's interrogate you. I hope you realize you've got more problems than just getting arrested. The cargo you destroyed belonged to Colonel Henderson. Yeah, I heard about that clown in his uniform. They forced him to retire, and now he imagines himself a great smuggler. We've been planning on taking him down a peg for a long time, but it's just a lucky coincidence that the truck belonged to him. You're a busy bunch. First a small-time drug dealer, then a liquor store, now a cigarette truck. What's next? You going to raise the stakes? Let's put it this way, we're fighting not only with the sources of vice, but also those who have gone too deeply into their vice. Who gave you the right to judge people? It's a private matter. Everyone is entitled to their own poison. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, then you're going to get tortured. What does the dossier say? For 5 years, he suffered frostbite in his extremities. A winter fishing trip with his drunk grandfather went on longer than possible. He suffered multiple burns at work, but never taken sick leave. Once, his door on the fire engine jammed while he was inside. Instead of climbing around or waiting for assistance, he broke his window with his bare hands and literally jumped out of the cab. Yes, I'm thinking he's claustrophobic. I don't think he's susceptible to cold or fire, but I think he doesn't like close and confined spaces. So let's stick him in here, shall we? What do we get? Oh, okay. Someone set fire to a shed in the dump when some homeless people were spending the night. Where some? Several people burned to death. Okay. French. Why don't you look into that? Well, look. Okay, well, we'll check that out tomorrow. Right, so we want to set a wiretap overnight, I think. Who should we send? Someone reliable. Demas? No, let's go with someone high intelligence. Masuka. You go. Gonna lose some. Jackson looks pretty good. 29. I've bought a lot of stuff recently, but I think just equipment is just always useful. I'll take Jackson. I'm not going to bother with Luna. She's a bit low. She's very quick and strong, that said. That would be all my tabs, though. So, right, we'll take Hodges, Age, Aliev, Potts, Stockman, Clumsy, Light, Woolbag, Maguire, Medinata, Rockman, Boych, Spurlock, Demas, Jacob, Randon, Meridian, Galahad, Chilmicky, Guildenstern. God, I got so many cops. Jackson. Okay, that'll do. 21. Yeah, that's a decent amount. Clumsy. After last night's snowstorm, my roof started to leak. Got water coming down in 2 rooms like it's pouring out of a bucket. Even the TV got wrecked. I'd like to stay home and fix the roof, okay? Yeah, okay. Radiant. Looks like my neighbour, Heinrich Shaitan, is so ill that he needs help. I've been shoveling snow off his porch every winter morning for 30 years, but he didn't do it today. He never admits when he needs help, and he's not inclined to accept help like most folks in this town, but I'd like to bring him some food and medicine. Can I have the day off? Yeah, okay. Galahad. Nash, I'm in trouble. My freezer broke last night and it was all packed with Aunt Ruth's steaks. Of course I could put them outside, but the neighbours would steal them. Anyway, we've got to eat them all today, and that's going to take the whole day. Can I have it off? Go on then, Galahad. What we got? Stockman. Nash, I went drinking last night and today my skin's starting to flake off. Yeah, go on then, Stockman. Medinata. My sister Nina has been standing in line for 2 days waiting for antibiotics, but today she's completely stiff and she asked if I can substitute for her. Can I? Yeah. Is that it? So that was what, like 5 people? Well, it means we've still got about 16, doesn't it? So that should be okay. Let's auto-assign it. I think everyone's getting to the point where they should get a baton, right? Pretty much. But I've still got 12 left. Well, got a lot of equipment now. I mean, that's a good thing, right? All right, start the day. Okay, well, I better check into this, hadn't I? Okay, so what have we got? Someone set fire to a shed in the dump where some homeless people were spending the night, and they burned to death. Farmer, gas station attendant. Let's have a look. David Klein, dump owner. God, it was terrible. I heard those poor people screaming and I ran, but it was too late. The door was on fire and bolted shut, so I couldn't get close enough to open it. What kind of person burns people alive? The devil himself, nobody else. Although some people around here, they've got so much hatred, the devil himself would be surprised. A few days ago, a farmer came to me on his tractor and said I should evict the vagrants who live in that shack. He said they aren't good for nothing and they make the air stink worse than any garbage. Imagine saying that about living people. I know those vagabonds by name. They were all decent people, they're just a little unlucky. And that self-satisfied jerk on his tractor, he made a much worse mess than they do with his huge wheels driving all around the shed. The evidence found on site and the nature of the ignition clearly indicate deliberate arson. The wooden shed was doused with fuel and then set on fire by someone throwing a Molotov cocktail. At the crime scene, there was an empty metal canister found containing traces of fuel. It seemed like someone used this to douse the shed with, okay? On the tracks, there were some deep tyre tracks from a substantial vehicle. Roger Linnington, owner of the gas station. When I heard about the arson, I immediately thought of Ursula. She works at my station at night. I knew from the beginning that the girl might be a problem. She spent some time in prison for arson, but I felt sorry for her and took her in anyhow. She's got a little boy, and she needs to feed him, you know. But she's no fool. She realised that I have a soft heart and started begging for little things, this and that, always for the child. Then the other day, Ursula came to me in tears, fell to her knees and asked me for a hefty sum of money, supposedly for a medical treatment for her son. She said he had some kind of unknown disease, but I think she was just trying to cover some debt she'd got playing cards. I heard she plays blackjack with the other tramps who come by the gas station to warm up from time to time. I didn't give her any money, so I have a feeling that she solved the problem differently, the old-fashioned way, you could say. She set fire to their shed. It was made of wood. Couldn't be simpler, plus she had access to fuel. I don't like that explanation because I feel like we're looking for a gang member, someone who's, you know, an obsessive about this stuff. The farmer seemed much more of that ilk, right? Pickup, Molotov. The pickup's not going to make the tire tracks, I don't think. Approaches shed. Lights the cocktail. Throws the cocktail. I'm going to... Yeah, let's look into the farmer first and see if this adds up. Who have I got on my investigation crew? Birch, I guess. Look into the farmer. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. Okay, in terms of the intel, yeah, we're all done. I won't read this now. We'll deal with that later. Hey, how are we doing? Oh yeah, we're going to arrest this lady. Okay, so she's going to be working double shifts at the cafe. That seems the likeliest thing, doesn't it? I'm going to... No, I won't send Spurlock. How close can we get just going with these guys? Reasonably. Let's take Beamers off and send Maguire. No, not quite. Full bag then. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's where she'll be. And if she's not, we can then go to the other place.
534 in progress.
A drunken stepfather is dragging his 10-year-old boy to the top of the water tower to teach him a lesson. Let's send Spurlock, Rockman, Maguire. Light. That's a bit too much, isn't it? Can I take Rockman out, maybe? No. Just do that. Spurlock's a tricky one. She just won't go with anyone who's got less points than she does.
557 in progress.
Mr. Nash, you probably don't know this, but for the past 8 years, every winter we've been giving Sharpwoods cops a dose of so-called moose blood. Don't worry, there's no voodoo involved. It's just a mixture of vitamins and nutrients that strengthens the immune system and gives vivacity. In our region, all civil servants whose work involves physical exertion are obliged to receive a moose blood injection before the cold gets its worst. According to the calendar, today's the day we should do it, but the medical delivery in Gerinsburg was delayed for a couple of days because of the bad road conditions. Of course, we could use my personal supply of moose blood and carry out the procedure in the next few hours. That'd be a good idea. You don't want your cops falling off their feet. But you'd have to cover my expenses. I swear I'm not making anything off this. It's just to reimburse my costs. So do you want to do it? Yes? That's probably a good thing. Bomb threat. A grandfather is shouting for people to stay away from him, yelling if they approach closer than 20 yards, I'm going to explode. Not one of you scumbags come one step closer. It's probably a false alarm, but let's send people out anyway. We got her. Gentlemen, we got her. Guildenstern, let's go in with the negotiation. Jacob, finish off your speed, I think. There was a false alarm. He dropped his wallet, someone at the bus stop and was struggling to find it. He was deliberately keeping people back so they wouldn't interfere with his search. The only thing exploding was the man's patience. Yeah, I figured as much, really. A drunken stepfather has the boy by his ankles and is hanging him over the edge of the water tower. You touch my cigarettes again and I'll drop you from here. You got that, asshole? Who would I like to upgrade? Probably Spurlock. So let's get... She is quick. Let's get her to hurry over to the boy.
534 complete.
Oh, he escaped. Okay, he escaped but didn't drop the boy. Okay, I thought maybe the boy had died. So, yeah, it was a failed call-out, but, you know. Nash, Canadian came to inject us with moose blood, but I refused. My mother recently read somewhere that pharmaceutical corporations are cashing in on us, and all these vitamins and vaccines and other rubbish are worse than useless. They can actually cause cancer. So I passed. I'm not completely out of my mind, you know. Okay.
515 in progress.
An eyewitness reports that a man is trying to hijack a truck filled with boxes of beer. Okay. Just want to, umming over the sniper. I think probably not. Demers Pot Aliev? I'm Sean Lynch. Mr. Nash. I'm a negotiation instructor at the Gerinsburg Police Academy. I'm here in Sharpwood for the first time. Came up to relax with some friends. They started talking down about the local police, and I thought I'd take a little time out of my vacation and offer my services. I'd like to give a short lecture for your subordinates, share my experience as a negotiator, and suggest a couple of tricks. I promise I won't get bored. In return, I just ask for a symbolic amount for beer and gasoline. It's a long drive back to Gerinsburg, you know. Yeah? Okay. Man is digging through the wires under the dashboard of a truck. Looks like he's trying to hotwire the ignition. Try with Demers to order him to exit the cab.
515 complete.
Oh, lots of beers. Demers. Let's go with the negotiation. I just think it's useful on the calls that to persuade people to stand down.
540 in progress.
Harassment. A man with no pants on is giving bouquets of herbs to women on the street and groping them. According to eyewitnesses, he's yelling about Bovos, the forest spirit of your fertility. Okay. Again, let's kind of backfill this from noobs. I need about 300. I guess we'll send Rockman. Mr. Nash, the last few days have been pretty tense. All the guys at the station have been working their butts off, and we deserve a little rest like everyone else, right? We wanted to stay behind a little after work, blow off some steam. We passed the hat and got some food, but we need to grab some alcohol, too. One of the guys said you've got 3 boxes of beer stashed away. Maybe you could pour us a mug? For a job well done, so to speak? We'll drink to you, too. It's high time we celebrate your placement here in the department. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Brady's back! Stockman's on board! Chapman! I thought you were a man. It seems you're a woman, actually. Even though your name's Cecil. I don't know what's going on, but everyone's loyal to me now.
557 in
Awesome.
progress.
Zodiac Stadium. A half-witted veteran hid some landmines throughout the stadium and is now walking around with a blind dog looking for them. I'm teaching this old dog the kind of tricks they need, and they'll take him back to the army and give me a certificate of merit. The veteran seems certain of his success. I take the sniper in case we need to scout the area. I don't think we're going to snipe the guy. We might as well send Spurlock, because we're only going to send people who are sort of above her in the pecking order. So let's do that. What do we got? Mr. For the Nastrond Correctional Facility, Jerry Wyndon. Mr. Nash, I know you, like any normal person, hates bandits and murderers who piss on our laws. I work as a security guard at Nastrond Prison, so I have to deal with these scumbags every day. There's one who refuses to listen to authority, tells me I'm infringing on his constitutional rights, and refuses to play by our prison rules. The freak needs to be taught a lesson, but it's too easy to just throw him into a cell with a crazy faggot. I came up with something a little more interesting, something that'll mess up his life for sure. I'll arrange everything so this bastard thinks he has a shot of escaping, one he won't be able to resist. All I need from you is a quick cop to wait in ambush and then jump out and arrest him once he makes a break for it. Then the scumbag will get 10 more years for trying to escape, and for your help, I'll give you all the goods we got in the prison shop. That is tempting. I like things and stuff. All right, pots.
531
Whoa,
in
what's
progress.
going on? A man in a fur hat, no pants, is holding out a grassy bouquet to a little girl, saying, Bovos sees the great fertility hidden inside you. When you grow up, you'll give birth to a dozen children or more. Sneaking sounds good. Who have we got? We've got Randon. Or Rockman. Probably Randon. Yeah.
540 complete.
The bouquet was left lying on the asphalt. Randon. Let's get the intelligence going up. Assault with a deadly weapon. God, these are getting pretty high requirements. An old man with a sawed-off shotgun came in the cafe and threatened 2 guys who were sitting at a table in the corner. Okay. Damn, Duvall's not back. Okay, Hodges, Aliev, Demers. You go deal with that. the stadium. Greasy old man is leading a pitiful blind dog along the ramshackle stands of the old stadium. He pulls on the rope leash. Look! I think we sneak up on the old man. Probably with Maguire.
557, complete.
The cop managed to sneak up on the old man and arrest him. The offender quickly told the cop where he hid the mines. I swear I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. I just wanted to train this mutt. Maguire. Let's up your speed. Top stealth for Woolbag. There we go. Empty out your pockets or I'll kill you both. The old man is yelling and shoots the sawed-off shotgun into the air. White plaster from the ceiling falls on the frightened guys. One of them tries to hide under the table. The waiter stands frozen, carrying a tray. Thinking of using Demers to order him. Obviously, I've got guys who are better at that, but I'm just trying to get him the points. He's got 2 in negotiation.
531, complete.
The old man obeyed the cop and surrendered. Apparently, the old man believed that the guy stole his golden pocket watch when they came to clean his roof, and he took justice in his own hands. But while the cop had the criminal pinned to the floor, the pocket watch fell out of his jacket. Oh! Mr. Nash, wow, your sixth sense working overtime, or did the forest spirits come warning you in a dream? One scumbag really did try to escape from the prison, but I caught up with him right away and put his face in the dirt. That prison guard sure was glad I was nearby. Got a few crates of stuff. What's this? Yeah, let's look at the farmer. Did he lock? Okay, was the door locked? Bolted shut. Yeah. So he drives up, bolts it, pours fuel on it. Yeah. Nicholas Barrett, member of the Spinach Berserks gang. Burned down a shed to deal with the homeless under orders from his gang. Sounds good. Let's have a look. We've got picks up his equipment from a warehouse, or in the evenings he likes to train with iron, which is easy to find lying around the abandoned rail. Yeah, so the evening suggests that's probably where he is now. It's very high requirements, though. I doubt we can get all the way there. No. Okay, maybe we'll have someone back in time. In fact, we're about to do that. So I'd like to send some of the rookies, but we're going to need to send someone like Hodges maybe, and then maybe we can backfill. There we go. I'm actually just going to assume that's where he is. It sounds like that's the place. We can always go out again tomorrow if I'm wrong. Got him. Jackson. Go on strength. Jill Mickey. Jill Mickey, you're so fun, you blow my mind. Jill Mickey. Jill Mickey. Alright, stealth. Alright. I hear you like to lift iron at an abandoned railway station. What, you don't have the money to afford normal dumbbells? Not about the money. My farm brings in a good income. It's all about the load. If you really want to be ready for any extreme situation, then you have to train in extreme conditions, not in the comfort of home with cushions and dumbbells. A 100-pound barbell and a 100-pound cross tie weigh the same thing on the scale, but you try and stand there holding a cross tie in your hands. Yeah, so I think this one, it talk about the Molotov cocktail. So you like extreme situations. Where do you think that comes from? From serving the army? Did they teach you how to make Molotovs? Yeah, I learned a lot in the army. Most importantly, in the long run, a normal life always has to be protected at the cost of another life. That's why you burn those homeless folks at the dump, right? Defended normal life from vice and corruption by killing those who don't live right? Yeah, it wasn't easy, but I'm proud of how it turned out. Although this is nothing compared to what our leader has done. Okay, so we broke him. Justice Trent's Park. An unknown person fired several shots and caused an explosion at the park. The victims are several old people who played dominoes there. Yeah, tell you what, Maguire, you go deal with that. Right, we're going to have to wait for that to pan out. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good day. Very busy day. A lot of cops are very tired, but we're getting more cops in, so that seems pretty good. Mac Maguire has opened his investigation. Tell you what, we'll check that out in the next episode. See who we're gonna bring in for that one. And there we go. Day over. So we want to go to B. We want to use the wiretap again. I need a smart cop who's not too tired. Probably Woolbag. Yeah, let's send Woolbag. And that's all I'm going to do. And we'll check out all the info once we got it. Not a hugely profitable day, but should be able to hire someone if there's anyone good. I mean, I would hire Hallis, but the fact he's alcoholic, not that good, and disloyal kind of means I probably won't. I don't know if I need more equipment either. I've got quite a lot, but I'll buy a taser cartridge. Nah, what am I saying? We'll just get everything. Yeah. So I think pretty much everyone is loyal to me now. I don't think we have anyone disloyal. All right, tomorrow's shift. Age, Rosenkrantz, Stockman. Atkins almost back. Clumsy, Guzman, Fletcher, Mazuka, Marshall, Medinata, Belmont, Aronovich, Brady, Horsemoon, Chapman, French, Radian, Galahad, Lezechka, Penkin, Yarbrot, Percy, Titus, Springer, and Valentin. 24 cops. Sounds pretty good. Some of them are even worth hiring. But we'll leave it there for now. When we come back, we will just continue. We've got that investigation to go and do a bit more on. Pretty good. Pretty good day, I think. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. And if you've enjoyed the episode as a whole, if you could hit the like button, that'd be amazing. Both those things always help to get the channel a little bit more noticed by the algorithm, which is always very appreciated. And a big thank you as always to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. And if anyone else is interested in also checking out memberships and amongst other things gaining earlier access to the videos I put out, that'd be awesome. But for everyone, regardless, either way, I hope just thanks very much for watching one last time, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye for now.